Yep. Tis I, Earthquake. Happy to be here. Been extremely busy 48 hours. Believe you me, that has been. But I just want to encourage you to lift your head up, no matter what you're going through. Lift your head up. I'm telling you, hold it up. The guy was, he was looking down, and like I always get sleepy when I come on here. But he was looking down on the ground like he'd lost something. He was looking like he'd lost something, and his friends were saying, "What's the matter?" He said, "I lost a quarter." And then they said, well, "Okay, well, we'll help you find it." So they started looking, and they kept looking, and they kept looking, and said, "We don't see anything." He said, "We don't see anything. We covered all of this area here. We don't see a quarter or a dime or a penny, nothing." You know what he said? I know. They said, "You mean you had us out here looking all this long?" He said, "Yeah. I didn't lose a quarter out here. I lost a quarter inside of the house." "But why do you have us looking out here and you lost it inside of the house?" Because the light is better outside. Lord have mercy. I think Tori got that one. I'm doing good. He said the reason why he looked outside because the light is better outside. That's how you look at things. If you look at things as always dark and dismal, everything ain't always dark and dismal. Tori, it's not. It's not. Mm, all depends on where you're looking. Yep. That's what the Bible talks about. Treasures out of darkness. Treasures in darkness. hmm Most of the treasures are buried underground, where it's real dark down there. Even diamonds. Diamonds come out of the ground, way down there in the ground, where it's dark, and it seems like nothing's happening. And all along, that diamond is right there. They're sitting right there waiting. But you got to dig for it, and you got to believe that it's there. Mm, I know I was surrounded by all kinds of stuff. I overdosed of drugs back in 1971. Took all them drugs, and I speedballed. Put stuff together, chemicals together that should never even look at each other, much less be in your body. And it caused me to overdose. 15 years old. 15 years old. Because when you go from a dealer, that's what happened with me. I went from a dealer to customer, my own customer. And then what happened? There's this voice said, "You never really been high." "Dave, how you doing, man?" He said, "You never really been high. You never had that super high." So I listened to what he told me to do. Dave, next thing you know, overdose. Spirits came out of the ground, like Isaiah 29:4, came out of the ground, came out of the ground. They came out of the ground, Brother Dave. These ugly, flying, charcoal black, charcoal black, ugly things came out of the ground, grabbed me, man, grabbed me, snatched me out of my body and took me down. They were taking me down into a horrible pit. Sure did. This is a broken hair bob. You know, it's my wife's hair thing. It broke, so I told her, "Can I have it?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll make it a prop out of it to minister." So, Shakira, how you doing? Good to see you. So those things are taking me down. I mean, I went all the way down into the heart of the earth, and the more you go down, the more horrible it is. The more horrible it is down there. And I mean, it was yelling and screaming, and evil spirits were everywhere. And I was down in the heart of the earth, down in the pits of hell. hmm But my mother was praying for me. She took it literal when the Bible says, heal the sick and raise the dead. She believed what God said. I was dead. Sure did. She sure did believe it. I was dead. And she said, my children shall be saved, and great will be the salvation of my children. Because you got to take God. When God says something, he meant what he said. And this one thing about a mother that believes God for her children is something about being a mother, Dave. Shakira is something about a mother that believes, fathers too, but it's something about a mother. Even though I was dead, overdose of drugs. Sure did. Yeah. You know, you take one fentanyl, Tori, you take a fentanyl, stuff gonna take you out. Okay? I took 4. Then snorted some cocaine, smoked some weed, and drank some beer, and it stopped my heart. And the spirits knew that. They knew that that's what it would take to stop my heart. And they talked to my ear. They kept talking to my ear and telling me how much an award it would be to do that. And so I obeyed what that spirit was in my ear, and I did everything he said do, and I died right there in the back of that car. And them things came out of the bottom of that car, grabbed me, and took me down into hell. Let me tell you something. Everybody that dies without Jesus, Tori, everybody that dies without Jesus, those spirits found in Isaiah 29 and verse 4, those familiars that know everything about you and me, they come. They set me up. I was able to set up. But what they couldn't deal with, but they get the full address of what, Tyrone? Full address of, okay, maybe I missed something. Full address of our mailing address, or because I always show the mailing address time to time, but if you need a mailing address, I sure will love to give it to you. Just refresh my memory, and I would love to give it whatever address you need if I can give it to you. Love for you to have it. No problem. Just let me know what address you're talking about, and I'll give it to you. So anyway, so down in the pits of hell I went. Down. But my mother, she believed the word. She sure did. She believed it. She stood on it. She sure stood on it. I was down in the pit being tormented. There were demons everywhere. They were in my mouth. They were in my body. Hitting me in the head with some kind of hammer. It was terrible. And other souls were down there too being tormented. Some of them people have been down there for hundreds of years. Mm-hmm. Some of those people been down there for hundreds of years.
But, uh-oh. Hello?
Been down
Hello?
there for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Just talking to me and now transfer to the car.
So we're going to talk about this